Hey, my name is Chelsea. This is my first YouTube video, but I felt so compelled to make it. Who knows if I'll make more, so I don't know if this is gonna be a channel or what. But anyway, so I am a new parent. And if you are a new parent and watching this video, then you were a lot like me. I had never had a kid before, so I was watching YouTube videos, Googling everything, and doing everything I could to make sure I was prepared for our firstborn. So I watched a lot of like, these are the things you absolutely need videos. And now that I've had a kid, and now I know what is absolutely needed. And so these are the top things. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9. I thought I could push it to 10, but like honestly, when you start pushing it to try to make the numbers, then clearly it's not real. So first thing that was absolutely, we use it all the time since birth. He loves it. It's comfy, it goes everywhere with us, is the Boppy. Let me preface this video with none of this is sponsored. None of these companies that I mentioned is sponsored, but these are just products that I think are gonna make your life and your baby's life fantastic. So the first one is a Boppy pillow. This is a Boppy pillow lounger. You can buy them basically at Target, at Bye Bye Baby, anywhere. The beautiful part about the Boppy lounger is that you can lay it on your couch, you can lay it in their bassinet, you could take it to your grandma's house, you could take it to your mom's house, you could take it to your dad's house, you could take it to your friend's house, you could take it anywhere you want, and the pillow is just comfortable. It's comfortable. When he takes naps, we nap him in there. Obviously there's like a disclaimer on the pillow right here that says like basically don't use for tummy time, never let baby sleep on the Boppy pillow. But that's pretty sure it's because they don't want you to like suffocate your baby, and there's a chance your baby's head could like tilt too forward and then cut off their air passageway. But we let him nap in there, obviously always attended. I'm either with him or my husband, so he's never alone in the Boppy pillow, but it's really comfy. We swaddle him and then he just lays in there and he's like so comfy. So it's perfect. We love it. Highly recommend it. The next thing, number 2, is A&D ointment. You guys, I watch like makeup videos do this. Is this a thing? Does this help? No, it doesn't. Oh, it worked. Okay, so this is A&D ointment. Highly recommend. So we were told like, oh, get like baby buttocks, or there's like other butt creams for your baby if they have like diaper rash or whatever. So we went to Target, got it. What's happening with my hair, guys? I took like a 4-minute shower today because I have a newborn. So we had bought like all the name brand bottom creams, and none of it like really worked. He got diaper rash around like 4 weeks early on. He's now 2 months, and it was just, none of it worked. And it was messy and white and pasty everywhere. It just didn't work. My mom went out and got us A&D ointment. This is also the exact same stuff they use in the hospital when they give your baby a circumcision. We had a boy, so our boy, we chose to do a circumcision, and this is the stuff. It's the little packets they give you. And it is incredible. We used it for his diaper rash. We used it when he got a circumcision to just make sure we could cover the wound, to make sure it didn't stick to the diaper. And then he also had terrible cradle cap. Terrible. So bad that it went to his eyebrows and his ears. You guys, no one tells you that that can happen. Also, I didn't know what cradle cap was, so I freaked out. And then people are like, oh, it's okay, it's just baby dandruff. But yes, it can get really intense. So our baby got it pretty intensely, and it went to his eyebrows, which makes them like yellow and crusty, and then it moves to their ears, which makes their ears like yellow and crusty. It's sad. So we actually used this on his ears because he had a little bit of a it had gotten so bad it like cracked right here at the crescent of his ear. So we put just a little bit of A&D ointment on it. Boom, healed up immediately. Beautiful stuff. Anyway, this is highly recommend. Hospital uses it. We use it. It's fantastic. A must. The next thing is, speaking of cradle cap, are these little sponge brushes. Let me use this thing again so that you can see if my camera will focus. I guess I have to stop moving it. Is it working? Like spongy and bristly, very soft bristles on the top of it. One side is spongy, the other side is like a soft bristly side. We use it during bath time. It helps with cradle cap, kind of brush up that scaly stuff that develops on their poor little head. The next thing, so everyone recommended to us when he starts to get boogies in his nose that you need a nose Frida. You need it. It was like the mom thing. We got a nose Frida. Someone gifted it to us, and I don't know if my husband and I just have, we both do have asthma. My husband has it a little bit worse, but I don't know if our lung capacity is small, it's our asthma or what, but what a nose Frida is basically, it's like this tube that you put into the baby's nose, and then there's another tube that goes to a mouthpiece that the parent is to suck out the nose boogies. My husband and I were like hyperventilating, trying to pull, suction cup the nose boogies out. It was so terrible and just so like, until I found this. This is called an Oogie Boogie. There we go. Oogie Boogie. As you can see, there's like a scraper on one side, and then there's like a more like thinner scraper on this side. This thing is, anyway, okay. Anyway, this thing, the Oogie Boogie, we bought it on Amazon, a 2-pack for $12, or no, a 2-pack for $16, sorry. And Buy My Baby, you can buy it there. Oogie Boogie is what it's called. It scrapes out the boogies. Now, obviously, you want to be gentle with it. You want to make sure you're not jamming it in your kid's nose. So, like, we wait till he's asleep, and if you can see it, we just lightly scrape, like lightly. Just scoop it out, and boom, it's out. He's asleep still. I'm not suction cupping. I'm not losing oxygen. I'm not dying. My asthma isn't flaring, and I'm having to use my inhaler. This saves lives. It's great. I love it so much. Use it, get it. I highly recommend it. If you know someone that's having a baby, this is the thing. Not nose Frida. No offense, nose Frida. I really wanted to love you. I did. And for some parents, maybe it works. Us, it just didn't. The next thing are these burp cloths. They're muslin burp cloths. So fantastic. They're muslin burp cloths. We got a lot of like fancier things for our baby shower with like designs and stuff on it, but these muslin burp cloths, you can get 6 of them on Amazon. This one's for $12, and it is worth every damn penny. I loved it so much that I actually bought a set of 6, and then I rebought another set of 6. And to be honest with you, I feel like I could rebuy another set of 6, mainly because I have 2 of them spared in the car, 2 downstairs in his bassinet, 3 upstairs in his bassinet next to our bed, multiple in his diaper bag. I mean, we take these everywhere. They're thick, they're absorbent, so when he spits up, immediately you could just like wipe his face and it's like in there. It's awesome. And then when he's like tucked in his little car seat and we, you know, have just fed him and he's good to go, but sometimes they spit up 20 minutes after feeding or 30 minutes after feeding. Baby spit up. We like tuck it under his little chin, and it also keeps him warm because it's muslin blanket material. It's awesome. I love them. Get them. They're on Amazon. I didn't say it before, but everything that I'm recommending, I'll write and link in the comments below. Okay, the other thing is this. You don't need this brand. You can use any brand. I've seen multiple of them, but you should get a car seat cover. This is a car seat cover. Mine is from Milk Snob. They're a fantastic little company. Again, this isn't sponsored. That they make ones like this with drawstrings, so I could like pull it tight and make the circles top smaller. And so I use this when we go out in public and just cover myself. Boop, put him under it and nurse him in public. It was awesome. And then I would pull it off, he'd be done, and I'd put him in the car seat or wherever we were, and boom. I've also put it over his actual seat, like the stroller seat, to cover the stroller seat. Again, very awesome. So I highly recommend this. It's like the second thing. This one, not second. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 8th thing. That this might be controversial, but it is a binky, also called a Subi. I've learned, also called a Passy. Has a lot of names, but anyway, we weren't gonna use one because I was breastfeeding, and you're like scared. What if like nipple confusion? It's a thing, people. It's a thing. So we were really concerned, but he went for his circumcision 2 weeks after he was born. I know he's practically an adult at that age, but they couldn't do it at the hospital, and sometimes it happens. I get it. So anyway, we went in, and the nurse was like, does he use a Passy? And I'm like, no. And then she was like, boop, and she inputs one of these. It doesn't have an animal attached. It's, if you've seen it at the hospitals, if you've given birth, it's this. They'll give you this type of a pacifier. It's a Phillips Passy that the hospitals use, and she puts it in his mouth, and I was like a little bit shocked, but also like, oh, he likes it. Because they put like a sugary or like a sweet substance on it to like calm him while they do the circumcision. And by all means, who am I to tell them not to? Because I want my son to not have such pain during a circumcision. So do what you got to. If you got to give him a Passy, give him a Passy. Anyway, so she gives him the Passy. I freak out mildly. After the circumcision's done, I immediately latch him onto my Cheeto. That's what we call the breast. And he latches no problem. We go through the day, he latches no problem. Somebody gave us one of these as a baby shower gift. And so I decided like, yo, let's use it. Final product is a bit expensive, but if you can afford it, get it. It is the babybjorn bouncer. It's a little big for me to put up here on the table, so I will insert a picture to show you, maybe right here. If I get good at editing and it's there when I pointed, then yay. If not, I'll link it below so you can click it and see what I'm talking about. But the babybjorn bouncer is a must-have. My baby wanted to be held constantly, to the point that like we're holding him, we put him down, 30 seconds later, he's screaming. Pick him up, he's calm, no problem. So it was just exhausting. Obviously, you're not getting any sleep that way. Even when you hold him and you're like leaning against your headboard or leaning against the couch, you're not getting thorough sleep. It's exhausting. So we wanted something that we could put him in without him bawling his eyes out. Now, I know I mentioned the Boppy earlier as a really great place for him to lay. That was once he was in REM sleep and I could like, done, he's out. But you want something for like, I'm doing the dishes. He doesn't need to sleep, but like, I just don't need to hold him. Kind of an item. And so that's what this is. A lot of people buy swings. A lot of people buy different types of gliders and stuff. None of them really worked for babybjorn bouncer, and our life has been fantastic ever since. So, and it's not just my baby. Trust me, I have a niece or a nephew from my sister-in-law and a niece from my niece, so she's my great niece, that also, all these babies, all 3 of them, love this babybjorn bouncer. It is a wonder, a joyous wonder. We put him in it, he just bounces away. We can watch TV and he's awake and he likes it. He's alert, so it's nice, because again, maybe it's not sleep time, but it's, you know, I don't want to hold you time because I kind of want to eat or I kind of want to pump. So it's a thing that I highly recommend. So yes, I will link everything that I discussed down below. This was a bit of a lengthy video because I talked a lot and obviously have a lot of shared experiences from each item that I tangent on. But if you have any questions, please definitely add a comment below and I will attempt to answer all of the videos you're curious about. I've tried a lot of items. Honestly, I have quite an opinion about several new baby items. If you want to know a little bit more about any of the items that I talked about, please mention it below and I'd be happy to share my thoughts, even making a video for some. Okay? You have a good rest of your day, and if you're a mom, get that hot cup of coffee because you deserve it.